Hi, I'm Adrian Terry. I live in Edgewood, and I own a business here. In fact, my office is just east of the Old Town building on Route 66. The town is expanding its sewer system, and new collection lines have already been planned, surveyed, and platted from east to west between Williams Ranch Road and Highway 344, and north to south between Dinkle Road and I-40. The town adopted a sewer ordinance in 2015. It was last amended in February of 2016. For those interested, a copy of the ordinance can be found at a link below this video. Although the ordinance also applies to businesses, I'm looking at how it affects me as a homeowner. Because Phase 1 of the sewer line has just been completed, some residents along Church Road and Cactus Road are already subject to the conditions of the ordinance, as are residents along already completed sewer lines in Highway 344 and Walker Road. These are the facts for anybody who lives near a completed sewer line, and me, I suppose, sometime in the future. The sewer ordinance is supposed to be managed by a qualified town administrator. However, if the sewer ordinance and the sewer plant is managed by an elected official, including the mayor or a council member, those people don't have to be qualified. The sewer system is the responsibility of the mayor, ultimately, according to a letter from the town office to the New Mexico Environment Department in the fall of 2018. The sewer ordinance requires mandatory connection for the owners of any building located within the town limits that discharges wastewater. If you have a septic tank today, this means you. Building owners are required to hook up to the sewer system within 6 months from the date the town administrator determines that the sewer service is available. As a guide under the ordinance, sewer service is deemed available when any portion of a building is within 150 feet of the sewer line, or if the sewer abuts any boundary line of a subdivision. Your construction-related costs and issues don't have any impact whatsoever on the town administrator's determination that the sewer service is available. This means your particular circumstances, whether rock, trees, paving, or other conditions, will not excuse you from having to connect to the sewer line, and all of the expenses of connection are yours and yours alone. The sewer system is designed for gravity flow, but when required, the building owner is solely responsible for the installation and maintenance of a lift pump or station. This will not be an unusual situation where gravity isn't adequate because of grade, terrain, or other conditions on the land. At the time the building is connected to the sewer system, the building owner is also required at their expense to abandon and decommission any existing septic tank, which includes collapsing the tank and filling it with soil, sand, or gravel, and certifying to the town that the work was done. What is this going to cost, you ask? Even though it's mandatory to connect to the system, homeowners have to submit an application to the town and pay a $100 application fee. This means that you may also be subject to additional requirements that the town administrator imposes as a condition of connection. For example, maximum particle size is mentioned but not defined. You might need a grinder to comply, which is similar to a garbage disposal for your liquid waste. In addition to your own expenses, you might have to pay the town or reimburse them for any damages to their sewer system or collection lines during your connection. You may also have to pay for damages to utilities that you have to cross or your neighbor's property. In addition to the application fee, there's a service tap fee of $750, a capacity fee of $3,500. You're going to need a licensed plumber. You're going to need a licensed contractor. You have to abandon your septic tank and certify that the work was done. You may need a licensed electrician, and you're going to have to obtain all of the permits and materials required to connect to the system at your sole expense. These costs can easily run from $4,000 to $14,000, in addition to the fees charged by the town. At my house, the liquid waste comes out of the back of the building, just like yours. This complicates things considerably, and I might be looking at over $20,000 to connect. What if I don't do it? Is the town going to put me in jail? Well, if I fail to connect to the system within 6 months of the date that sewer service is available, I'm deemed to have committed a criminal offense, punishable by a $300 fine or imprisonment for up to 90 days, or both. And if I fail to collapse and decommission my septic tank, I've committed an additional crime, punishable by the same amount. And every day that passes constitutes a separate offense. If I don't connect to the system, the town is going to start billing me anyway, even though I'm not using the service. Plus, I'll be getting a new monthly bill that I never had before. If I don't pay within 15 days that the town sends me an invoice, regardless of when I receive it, I'll have to pay a late fee of $30, interest at 18% per year, plus $5 a day, up to $300. The town can put a lien on my property for non-payment, failure to maintain or repair their collection lines, and they can foreclose that lien against my house. This doesn't look good to me. The mayor says, don't worry, I'm not going to enforce the ordinance. Unfortunately, that's not his decision to make. The mayor is required by state law and his oath of office to enforce all ordinances of the town. Even if the mayor doesn't enforce the sewer ordinance, somebody will, and I don't like being subject to criminal penalties just because I can't afford to pay thousands of dollars to connect to the town's sewer system. People who are subject to phase 1 of the sewer system, which is nearly complete, already are. It bothers me that some people are horribly affected by the sewer ordinance, while their neighbor may not have any problem at all, just because their house could be 1 foot further from the sewer line than mine. What about septic tanks, you ask? How can the town condemn perfectly functional $5,000 on-site liquid waste treatment facilities without due process of law or just compensation? A governmental lawyer who would know says that the citizens could win a class action lawsuit against the town, but as citizens, we would be suing ourselves. It's clear to me that the ordinance is being misapplied, and the mayor assures us he'll fix it. However, the only solution offered by the town to date is to put a lien on your property, as if it will give you time to pay the thousands of dollars, or the town could postpone your payment until you try to sell your house. I wonder what will happen to my credit rating, my property value, my chance of getting a mortgage, or who would buy my home in such a condition and subject to this ordinance. The town can and should repeal the ordinance, but they haven't, even though they're going full steam ahead with constructing new collection lines, knowing the implications to the residents. If the town does repeal the ordinance, what are they going to replace it with? All that pipe and engineering is totally wasted unless the town can force people to join the existing system. This is a tragedy in and of itself. I want the problems and solutions to the sewer ordinance to be vetted publicly. I want the process to be completely transparent. I want the public and subject matter experts to be heard. This is Adrian Terry, brought to you by Citizens for an Open and Responsible Edgewood.